It's a story about sport, but that's not really a good intro because that just describes an activity. Something you do for fun with your mates. Throwing a ball about or whatever. Sure, you might be competitive, or you might be terrible when it matters and amazing when it's pointless. But essentially, it's just fun and it's good for your health. But this is very different.
The two of them are divided by level, and he doesn't know, he got inside! Now with a 3.14 thing, oh, he's got it! Wow, that was a save and a half.
Hey, if he wants it, he can come get it, but he don't want none.
I really, seriously did not want to do it.
What's the fuck mean?
Arab country? They chop your hand off.
How you say bullshit?
I'm not going to get into those discussions.
Fuck you.
My job is to be an asshole.
I'm very aggressive.
I'm a bride, that's it!
Sometimes I have to pinch myself with the experiences RC has given me. I'm paid to travel the world to some of the most amazing places. I've met thousands of people, and I've raced the best of the best. And I've made memories I'll never forget. But at the end of the day, it's a job, and I'm here to win. And if I can't do that, all this will come to an end.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
No, okay, it's actually about a guy trying to do something new.
People don't like change.
And it could be huge.
Is it capable of being profitable? Absolutely.
But he has this partner, and this guy really doesn't make things easy.
That guy's done nothing but bad things for this industry on the internet and in public, and we're really going to follow him down this new path.
But the story needs telling, because guys are making a living racing RC cars, and people don't know about this.
I've been a professional driver for 18 years.
I'm racing since 18 years ago.
Stuff needs to change for sure.
Maybe we have to do something. Anything would be better for sure than what we have now.
Which I guess is the problem. Professional RC is dying because there is no professional race series. Until now.
Welcome to Manila, the capital city of the Philippines and home to the inaugural Rcgp event. It's truly a historic moment in our sport, so let's take a look at the weekend ahead.
Is the internet working? Is the internet installed?
No. But first, let's just rewind a second. A professional world championship racing series doesn't just happen. Let's meet the man behind Rcgp, David.
Put that through there. I think you'll end up liking this in the end.
I don't think I will ever. This is severely under duress.
And his right-hand man, Joseph Quagrain, or JQ for short.
It's
You will never learn.
He's gonna have to edit, don't worry. I built a team, I got outside sponsors involved. I had an American energy drink sponsor, right? I was like, yeah, I made it. I have my own car, own race team, what then? But there was nothing I could do. Where do I go racing? Like, where's the coverage? Where's this? Where's the website? It was a big mess.
Yeah, just keep on your lap, that's fine.
Where do I look?
Why a World Series?
Being good at anything is amazing. To be the best in the world at something is amazing. It doesn't matter if it's tiddlywinks or something really significant like Formula One or something less well known like RC racing. And then, we came up with this crazy idea.
Good morning from the Circular Verde racetrack here in Manila in the Philippines. It's Saturday, which means it's round one of the inaugural Rcgp World Series.
And what a thrilling opening season we have in store for you, the likes of which professional radio control racing has never seen before. Factories, privateers and wildcards make up a total of 7 teams fielding 19 pro drivers across 8 rounds at 4 world-class facilities in 3 continents, fighting for a Constructors' Championship and a Drivers' Championship. And there's $10,000 in the prize pot. Here's the man to beat, world champion Davide Ongaro, with a whole host of professional RC racers fighting to take him down. And perhaps the man with the greatest chance, former world champion David Ronnefalk, has everything to prove. Like it?
For David Ronnefalk, he's not always the best as he used to be. And he won the world. After that, I don't know what has happened, but he's struggled a lot. It definitely takes a toll on you. In the Euros, he was just slow, and that's something that I never seen happen to him.
I've seen so much bad luck in my career, but I can't think about that. Every new race is a fresh start.
There's so much more to this than who can drive the fastest. Who can take apart their buggy and reassemble it over and over just to check every part is working in harmony. Who can tune a nitro engine running at 45,000 RPM? Who can find the right tyres to harness this power on a world of different terrains? Who can combine the right diff oil, shock oil, suspension setup, toe and camber, and then put it all back together correctly every single time? Who can get through the starting grid chaos? Who can maintain communication with their pit crew, perform flawless pit stops with the best pit stop strategy, maintain concentration for 100+ laps under the close eye of the referee and state-of-the-art lap timing system? If you can do all of this without getting taken out by another driver, then we'll see who's the fastest.
Your leader, yellow, orange, green, Ronnefalk, second, multiple coloured, orange being white wheels of Ongaro. So they're right together now as they fly over the motorboat double, they're turning round, flying over the big trip on the berm, and they're going to come out now, it's about 13, so they're on the last lap now. Ronnefalk has to get through the traffic, let's stick on Ronnefalk now. This is the leader, he's going to get the double, he's right behind Ongaro, the two of them are divided by Leo, and he doesn't know, he got inside! Ongaro takes it on the side, Ronnefalk rolls, he only drops to second, but Ongaro, as Ronnefalk just rolled off at the roller section, loses it on what should be the last lap.
In the Infinity, car number 10, Kyle McBride.
Ronnefalk now right onto the tail of McBride. McBride hasn't really gained on Stringer. Stringer leading out well. He's made a good use of this lead. Hoffer, for example, is down in 12th already. Oh, no, McBride half led, a mistake by Ronnefalk. But McBride is running it beautifully, staying in the middle of the track, not being fazed by having the man who won the World Championship in his home country a few months ago. It's only 2 corners to go. He's gone wide. He gets it. And McBride gets it!
We just tore my dip. I had a bearing go on my car right before the race, so we were freaking panicking, but I got out there and I saw Davide was coming on fast, so I was just like, all right, just going to stay on all 4 wheels and hopefully make it to the end.
What's it like being hunted down by the World Champion?
He's young, he's talented, he's fast. I know him really well, but Davide won in Neobaggy, won in Australia, won in Montpellier, won in, I don't know, won everywhere.
You are our first poleman for Rcgp. You managed it by 0.8 of a second.
Yeah, I had a problem on the double-double at the beginning of the race, so I broke the front screw of the shocks. Can happen.
He will make history, I guess.
But the thing is, the only reason the most successful racer is even competing in Rcgp is because a privateer wanted to start a team and name it after a fish.
The brand Scampi Rosso came out of an idea born 3 years ago. We saw a painting in a restaurant that reminded me on a certain good brand we know all. I was able to get Davide in the team. We had certain expectations. We have the reigning world champion, of course, but things turned really great.
Do you like seafood?
Yes, I like seafood, but rather fish. The Scampi is now sacred.
The truth is, not all brands are on board with Rcgp.
It would be nice if the industry had embraced what we're doing a little bit more. Currently, they haven't.
And the life of a pro racer in Rcgp ain't always easy.
I have to find also the money to go to other rounds, so I will try to do everything. I will try to make a good result today.
I came there with no money, so he had to spot me like, I don't know, 600-700 euros.
So what's the issue?
Not seen you right up the front yet.
Well, that's because I've been on the receiving end of some rather aggressive maneuvers out there twice.
Why do you think some people want it to fail?
Because I'm involved. I think it's sort of my past and present really coming back to haunt me.
Some people might look at what you're doing and that you've chosen to work with JQ and think, are you crazy?
JQ is always difficult.
How can I put this?
Joseph is just maybe pushing a little bit.
Joseph does a little bit more social media than me. I don't really do any.
So many people go say to me, oh, I saw his post online, he's such a dick.
You know, there are some people who take it to extremes, and Joseph would be one of them.
People get really mad about that.
Trying to at least not to make a word.
If you are a virgin, and my favorite, African-American, Spanish wannabe Franco who called the police on me. I thought rules are rules. Rules are rules.
Use well the information.
The American football is just rugby for pussies. It's gonna end right now. This is the last warning. I'm gonna call Trump and he's gonna nuke your track.
Love him or hate him, he has a track record of doing what he says he's going to do. Not everybody's going to like it, because that's just the way things are.
Meanwhile, at round one, not everyone's liking the action on track.
Driving standards are fucking appalling. Right. They're nothing short of appalling. These are the fucking 13 professional drivers who should know better to do than what they're doing.
It's nothing less than a pressure cooker. In Rcgp on the first day of racing, we have 2 sprint finals, which are short, frantic as hell. There's points for the series on the line, as well as the events. You're working in teams and individuals. It's chaotic, it's amazing to watch, but it's bedlam to drive in.
Don't forget, it's a 2-legged final, so it's not all on this one. It's an aggregated final. Long wait and they're away, and it's a good start. It's a clean start, but as we expected, away have gone Ronifax sliding the car around. We've got a fuel stop. We've got tyre wear. We've got... Oh, and there's a bad say. Oh, and now Ronifax takes the lead. The 3 of them. Oh, at the inside, I think Ogden's going to go. Oh, great. Ogden, brilliant overtake for second. Ogden just cut the drive and powered through. So Ogden, who's shown great performance, in second place. Ongaro just behind him. He's in third. Ongaro not having this the way we thought he would.
So Scampi Rosso have this big asset, the fastest guy in RC. And I mean, he's so good, some people can't quite believe it.
It's complicated.
Yeah.
But if he can't get through the mayhem and the traffic, there's no point in him being there. So you have a second driver to help.
Helps a lot, I think. Work together and go forward together. So, and what's the rest of behind you? Block him.
But if he can't get through or keep up, which seems to be the case, you're on your own. Meanwhile, Team HB has Ongaro's biggest challenger, Ronifax. Now his wingman is always there. In fact, he's more than a wingman.
It'd be really nice to beat David, right?
Yeah, always. I mean, it would always be nice to beat David.
Every time Cole's in the top 3 press conference, Nick says something like, surprised to see you here, and I can see Cole getting a bit more miffed. I don't think it's going to be a surprise for long.
You know, there's genuine rivalry there, and I think Ogden gets a little bit tired of people putting him in Ronifax's shadow. So Ongaro's up against this super fast 2-man team. They want to beat each other, but they want him to lose even more. Talk about caught in the crossfire. But despite that, Ongaro will never give up. He is relentless.
This is now an HP performer, 1-2, but oh, beautiful move up the inside by Ongaro. And I can see that Ongaro literally thrown caution to the wind. 1.2 seconds, getting 4/10. He's coming closer, he's coming closer, he's coming closer, it's coming closer. Oh, this is absolutely 100% racing Ongaro. And look how close he's got to Ronefeld. But Ronefeld realistically just needs to keep it on the island. Can he do it? They come over, there's a massive flyer. He flies it, Ongaro flies it, turns around, and then Ronefeld gets in a superb comeback drive. Ongaro, not quite enough.
I was a little bit faster than him.
It doesn't matter how you win, right? You just gotta finish first.
So whilst on track, the ref's got his hands full. In the pits, the teams are facing off too.
The basic thing is that if Ronefeld comes second and Ongaro wins, Ongaro has to beat 30 laps in 15:14.3. But he has to win, and that is not always easy. And they're away. Great start from Ongaro, and in fact a great start from Ronefalk as well. And these two, look how they're going to tell the story of this second 30-lap final as well. Oh, and Ronefalk's made a mistake, and Ronefalk's taking himself out. This is a big one. And struggling, really struggling now is Ronefalk. Ronefalk is having a nightmare. Cole Ogden has 5 seconds over Ronefalk. Now, team orders. They're both on the HB team. Does someone say, Cole, you've got to slow down. Give the points to Ronefalk because you've got a chance then. If Ronefalk doesn't come second, he's got no chance of winning the round. If Ogden backs off, then he has got a chance.
You might not want to answer this question. In terms of the team, are there ever team orders?
Now, is Ogden going to fight or is he going to let him go? Realistically, for the good of the team, he needs to let him go. But for the good of Cole Ogden, he needs not to. Ronefalk needs to get past Ogden. That's the key point. Then he's got a chance because he'll be second.
Was there any consideration about whether it helps the team to let him pass?
It definitely went through my head, but I didn't really know what to personally do. I mean, I was asking, but no one told me what to do.
So you were offering to let him pass?
No, I was not. I was 100% planning on getting second.
And then as David Ongaro takes it. So Ongaro takes the win, and he has taken the championship. Ronefalk did get Cole Ogden that last lap. And it's all for Nout because it's going to be Ongaro who will win, Ronefalk second, Ogden in third.
Yeah, but they wouldn't fucking set. I was like, figure it the fuck out.
Yeah, I said the same.
David Ongaro, congratulations, you are the winner.
Because if I would have got second, then that would have solidified me getting third.
Yeah.
But now,
RC2 drivers, don't forget to go pick up your tires for tomorrow.
second, and you would tie points, your time would be backward and his.
So if you there had have said, please let David by, what would happen then?
I still probably wouldn't have let him by.
I guess I lost on every tie so far this weekend, so why not do it again here?
Taking a step up on the podium is what it's all about, but getting a second or third when you knew you had the win in you, somehow that can be so tough.
Despite getting both drivers on the podium, HB's frustration was clear, but that was nothing compared to Infinity.
You need to have a word with the drivers and sort the fucking standards out. It's making you guys look bad.
You think the standard of driving is a little bit questionable?
I don't think so. I mean, they're all good drivers.
It's got to be cleaner than this.
What's going wrong?
I have no idea. Yeah, I keep getting hit, which is nice. My frustration started coming through. Yeah, it's been like 6 races now of havoc.
That's not our style and not the style we want to win in. 13 of the best guys in the world, and I think the penalties for me need to be more severe. In the UK, if you steal a chocolate bar, they don't even call the police. Arab country, they chop your hand off, so no one steals anything. And it's the same sort of logic that needs to be applied here.
With the frenzy of round 1 done, definitely felt like a storm was brewing going into day 2.
The strategy is going to come in, the pit stops, the whole thing, and the guys that can kind of put in just a solid 95% pace. When they need to push it past 100%, you know, guys like Ongaro, they always find the next gear.
This track is not the sort of track that welcomes being attacked. Because when you attack, you can come off at every single angle. These jumps are all pointing the wrong way when you land. And so by attacking, you have to have a modicum of luck and an incredible amount of skill.
Are you a fan of how the track is?
I prefer more natural tracks, and how the track was when we started the event was good, I thought. They have to put some molasses on the track to bind the dirt, the dust. They added more, which I feel is a mistake, because once the surface is hard and we've raced on it, if you add more, it gets slick.
Been a few creative differences then with the track designer builder?
I've never organized an event of any kind, so this was the first time. I'm maybe not the best people person either. Everyone's been good except one guy we had some issues with.
Track builders in RC, like any respected designer, they like to do things their own way. And if it's good, they become sought after. They can even have their own following.
Edward, you've done an amazing job. This track looks absolutely out of this world.
It took me like 2 weeks, just water, roll, water, roll. If you want it really packed, do it like that way.
But of course, JQ knows better, doesn't he? We were just hoping to get through the final day without starting a war.
Oh no, not this week. No, not this week. Give me that next week.
Seriously though, these rumblings, you could say, were the beginning of the end for Rcgp in the Philippines. I mean, I don't think we'll be going back. The JQ effect? I don't know, but you should meet his protege, Max.
This sounds kind of cocky, but pretty much the only goal I have is to beat him so bad he wants to retire after this year.
I spend a lot of time and money supporting him, so he's supposed to beat me. I wasn't very happy with his attitude in practice, you know.
The biggest mistake I made this event was choosing run his setup for the first day.
The main thing right now is to adjust his brain.
I'm doing my own thing from now on and see what he's doing.
He might show up and race today, he might not, so we're working on it. It's a constant sort of battle.
Okay, 5 seconds to go. And away! And it's a clean start. And a good start for Ongaro. Canas in second, Ronefalk third. A good jump, and suddenly Ronefalk is in second. So Ronefalk takes second, and let's stick with the second, third, and fourth. You can just see a little flash of Ongaro as he goes through. But Ronefalk now, oh, he got a bad landing. He's dropped down to third again. And Ronefalk's got a problem with the tyre. Ronefalk now onto the double, the Coca-Cola double. He's got a problem with his front left. So this is a disaster for David Ronefalk. The tyre's coming off the rim. What's he going to do? Well, he's going to come into pits. He's dropped down to third. He's going to have to get a tyre change and ensure that the pits are ready for him. We are just 6 minutes in. There he goes. Let's see what the pit stop does. They are fueling him at the same time. And out he goes, and that is going to cost him probably a lap, I would think. Something else mixed up, but that's put him back nowhere. And now it's this is damage limitation for Ronefalk now.
They usually say a race is won or lost in the pits. There's so much preparation that goes into every race. Testing, building, checking, rebuilding, and testing again. And you just can't afford to have anything go wrong.
Despite losing the tyre, Ronefalk only dropped to 7th. And coming over the infinity jump, because he's actually storming back through the field. Despite being the best part of a lap behind Ongaro, he's now catching up with Robert Battle. So Robert Battle hasn't had a tyre come off. He's only a couple of seconds ahead of him. The Battle is fast lap of the whole race there. Ronefalk fuels again. No, Ronefalk's changing another tyre. So Ronefalk's had another tyre car. There must have been a glue failure or something. So wow. Battle and Ronefalk. Oh, a battle and Ronefalk's got him. So Ronefalk is back up to 4th place. Battle had a bad landing. I think Battle probably will find it's not the setup he wanted.
Robert Battier, former world champion and legendary talent, he doesn't have a permanent place on a team. He's a wild card, and that means it's particularly important for him to do well in order to secure the backing to attend the next event in Austria.
Anytime I get the money to come here, I would come for sure. I know sometimes I get mad or I have problems or I just lose races because we are not in the best position. But I'm starting to be old and so on, so I don't have a lot of years and blah, blah, blah. I know everything, you will save me. But I will try to do everything. I will try to make a good result today and just think on the Austria.
Battle now is about 5 seconds past him. Just to remind you that Ongaro is winning this quite easily. Oh, Ronefalk changing another tyre. So despite him being laser fast, it doesn't really matter. Because if you stop in the pits that many times, you're not going to win a race. There's certainly going to be a lot of head scratching in the HB pit off this one because, you know, the pace has been there for David, but just the wheels been falling off. And that is Ongaro, who's just got a few corners to go. He flies over the double-double. He's going to take the infinity leap. And he's going to take the road. And Ongaro is going to take it. And he wins the second RCGP round. A great result for Ongaro. David Ongaro, fantastic performance. What a victory for Ongaro.
Whilst we celebrated on track, Ronefalk's tyres burnt in the pits. And whilst Battle got the podium he needed, I'd say HB's feelings were pretty clear. A fantastic 2 out of 2 for Ongaro. And as the sun set in Manila, we were just so relieved to have made it through the first RCGP in one piece. Well, almost. Scotty is the best MC in the business. He's like RC royalty. He brings the soul to the race. And having been informed that due to budget issues, he wouldn't be coming to Europe with RCGP, he went public and the internet wasn't pleased. I mean, it really didn't look great for RCGP. And then Edward from the track, he also went public. In an extensive post, he warned other facilities and brands against working with RCGP. To say it was tough to get this off the ground before Manila, after that event, my feeling was, well, it's been fun, but that's probably it for RCGP, right? No such luck.
Wake up every morning with drive. Been on the grind, know I had to survive. We had to win. Started from the dirt and the rubble. I had to be the needle that was popping your bubble, letting the air out. Walking with a clear route. How we gon' rise today? I'm making mine today. Go make yours. Double back and flip the proceeds.